Hello, ladies. I forgot, actually, I was going to have my oils sitting here. Hold on one second. Hold on a second, ladies. Wild orange, lavender, berry sage. Okay, hold on one second. All right. All right. So, welcome, ladies. I don't know if anyone's going to join me live, and I realize I don't have my water here. I just came in from a walk. It is beautiful outside. It is like spring, and so I make sure that I get outside as much as possible. Hi, Gail. All right, so I'm going to get started, and those of you that are joining live, you can jump on, say hello, give me a heart, give me an emoji, give me something to say hello. And those of you listening by replay, welcome. Welcome to our live Wednesday training that happens here in Making Health a Habit with Kristen Owens, which is me, of course. And for those of you that are new to the group, we've welcomed in a number of women in the last week, in the last 2 weeks, and we'll continue to do that. If you know friends, other women 40 plus or approaching 40 that really desires to age well, wants to be around women like yourself who is on this journey of improving themselves every day. And invite them, right? Invite them into the group. Also, as you know, it is Healthy Aging Month. I mean, every month in this group is all about healthy aging, but we're specifically diving in around that topic. And it's such a big topic. A month is not long enough, but it's still something. So we're talking, you've probably seen the posts in the group and the posts that come out kind of here and there. You saw the post a few times that has gone out that next Wednesday at 6:30 is Eastern time in the evening is our, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm a Who from the Whoville, is our webinar on healthy aging. So all the small different tools that you can use on a daily basis, there will be a freebie that goes along with that as well. And it will not happen in the group. I might stream it actually in the group, but it's going to be through StreamYard. I'm going to send out the details and all of that, so no need to worry. I just want you to know that it's coming, and I would love for you to join with me live. All right, bring your questions. Let's really just imagine this as an opportunity for different. Okay, it is to do aging differently than what most people are doing aging, because I can promise you that when you put to work what it is that I teach in this group, you will age different. Okay, so I will tell you, and I say this a lot, is that as we get older, for me, I didn't notice things changing, like even perimenopause. I would say I was 46 in November. I would say I'm just noticing it now. Like my cycles are like 21 days, but I don't have anything else. And you can go through perimenopause and menopause feeling great. You don't have to be tired. You don't have to be suffering from hot flashes. This is why I promote so much of the Soul Life, the Solenda and the Re-Kick. I'm going to be sharing more about the Juice Plus, and these are just what I take, what I have my clients take as well. Well, it's plants, right? It's just plants. It's not synthetic. It's what your body recognizes. But I also teach about essential oils. I have been using essential oils pretty, I don't want to say hardcore, but for many years, for 18 years. However, I really started learning about them more 6 years ago. And I use a company called doTERRA because it is a company, I was with another large company. I left because there was a lot of things that were not aligning with me, and it just didn't feel right anymore. Some of the signs that I saw. And so anyways, doTERRA, I was introduced to doTERRA over and over and over again. And then I was like, I just felt like there was a drawing and a pulling for me to learn more about, well, why doTERRA? And I was pleasantly surprised. So I'm going to be sharing about 4 oils today. There's so much more, but I want to keep it super simple. Okay. So let's just start with the topic of stress. So, you know that when, and if you're coming in by replay, please just say #replay and hello, how are you doing? And it's good to see you. So when we talk about stress specifically, stress is one of those things that we all experience. And nowadays in our world, stress is one of those things we experience more frequently. Okay, so it has really become a chronic state, right? Cortisol is one of the main stress hormones, right, associated with stress. Cortisol is associated with stress. Cortisol is that hormone that's released from the adrenals that is set off when your body is responding to a stressful event. Now, the way it was back many, many years ago was cortisol is there to protect you, because when you're stressed, cortisol releases blood sugar, which causes you to run, right? There's no digestion happening. There's nothing happening except blood sugar being shunted into your limbs. So you run from the danger. Okay, that's what's supposed to happen. So when you were hunting for food, I know that none of us have ever done that. But when you were caught, met up with a wild animal, that's not like a time where you're going to sit down and, be stroking the animal. That's a time where you need to run, right? So that is, the cortisol is releasing that blood sugar so that you can do that. Now, the problem is that excessive levels for prolonged periods of time can cause digestive distress. It actually will shut down just shut down in favor of dealing with the particular stressor. Okay, so it shuts down everything except you having to run away. Okay, that is what it's there for. Now, the problem is when it becomes chronic, right? When it's chronic, it's excessive. This is happening all the time, okay? So cortisol is vital for your cognitive function. It's vital for metabolic balance. And, you guys have heard me talk about my metabolic reset program. It's all about resetting your metabolism and bringing cortisol levels back into balance and insulin. So cortisol plays a part in your metabolism, right? And your metabolism is not just about you keeping a healthy weight or you losing weight. Cortisol is metabolism specifically is involved in every function of your body. Okay, it's how your body works. Okay, now your adrenal glands is the gland that actually secretes cortisol, and it also secretes adrenaline as well. Okay, so the adrenal glands are really the primary players in stress regulation. All right, so it's really important that we are nourishing those adrenals, and food is one of the things that we can use, but also essential oils. I'm just kind of giving you a background so that when I go into these oils, you'll understand where we're coming from. So adrenaline releases as soon as something stressful takes place. Okay, so you meet up with a bear on your walk in the woods. Some of you, Northern Ontario or Northern Alberta, that might be something real for you, right? Where I am in the city, not so much. But you get what I'm saying, right? Adrenaline releases, okay, that's the number one thing that happens. So when you are constantly stressed because of bills, finances, working too much, working all those hours a week, when you've got so many things going on, hold on, alert. It threw me off here. So adrenaline releases as soon as something stressful takes place. That's the first thing, adrenaline, right? Adrenaline is actually, you know how you might have said before, you know, of adrenaline, okay? That's okay when you need to do that, right? Like for me, because I'm in the front of the house right now and I'm not near where I normally sit, is near the Wi-Fi. So the connection, this is not even that far away. So if I freeze or something, it's probably because of the connection, because I'm in the front of the house. So this forces our body into fight or flight. Okay, so adrenaline releases, and your body is shifted into fight or flight. That's to produce energy for fight, okay? So remember that the adrenals can't distinguish what triggered the stress, okay? It doesn't know the difference between too many bills and you're in real danger. There's a fire in the building that you're in and you need to get out. Your adrenals don't know that. It just knows that you are under stress. Adrenaline and then cortisol, okay? It's just going to pump the cortisol. So if you are in that stress response on a daily basis, which women typically are, that is going to create more chronic stress, and that's going to cause a problem for you. It's going to cause a problem for your energy, for your cravings, for sleep or lack thereof, hormone balance, going through perimenopause and menopause. If we don't have this under control, you're not going to have a fun time going through it. Okay. So like I said, even mentally, what are you telling yourself? Are you nervous? Are you worried? Do you have more anxiousness and worry on a weekly basis? That's stress, right? It doesn't distinguish between the stresses, okay? What you're dealing with in your body. So, are you dealing with a health concern of whatever kind? Whatever kind, it doesn't matter what it is. Well, it's only this. It's just something small. It could be this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Your body doesn't know the difference. If your body is out of balance, that is stress on your body. Okay? So this creates constant cycle of adrenal activation. Okay? So you can feel things like feeling overwhelmed. When you just feel overwhelmed at things like just even putting a meal plan together. This is why my Hormone Harmony meal planning program is so popular, because women are like, I don't want to think about it. So they use the meal plans that I give them on a monthly basis. They use those meal plans and it takes the stress away to make it simple, right? And that is serving a need, right? That's a solution to taking the overwhelm away from what am I going to eat? Skin issues. If you're dealing with skin issues, that can go back to that constant activation of the adrenal glands. Okay? Tired but wired, right? So have you ever been tired but you can't go? This is why, as we get to our essential oils now, it's an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Is that how it goes? It's better to prevent than to cure, right? You don't have to deal with it after the fact. And I can't tell you how many women, I work with a lot of professional women, a lot of entrepreneurial women, a lot of go-getter women, and I can tell you that when I am able to help, just teaching what I teach, a tremendous shift changes in them. They get their vitality back. Okay, so let's just talk about essential oils. So essential oils are the blood of the plant. Okay, they are the blood of the plant. Okay, so if you think of a plant, and I talk a lot in this group and in my programs about more plants, plant-based, everything. It's like, blah, 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 right? But it's because plants are living and they're vibrant. They are carrying energy that actually, when we eat them or use them or drink them or take them in supplement form, which we do, they are providing your body and your cells with vital energy that they need, okay? Especially as you get older. Your mitochondria need it. Those are the powerhouses of your cells. We need to give the mitochondria max energy, okay? So 1 drop of essential oil. So here's wild orange, which I'm going to talk a bit about wild orange today. 1 drop, look at this. There's 1 drop. Well, 2 drops came out actually. I will do this. And what I like to do is I like to put it all through my neck, because my neck is close to my brain, and it's going to soak through my spine, and it's going to go to the areas that it needs to go. But what I do is I take a scent tent like this, and I breathe, and I breathe, and exhale, and again I breathe, and I just keep doing that. It just smells absolutely beautiful. I will also take wild orange. You can even do this. Wild orange, and I'll put it in my diffuser with peppermint. It's great. Wild orange actually lowers perceived levels of stress. Okay, it also is very uplifting and energizing. All right, so 1 drop, that 1 drop that you saw is equivalent to 40 million trillion molecules. 40 million trillion. I don't even know what that number looks like, but that's a lot, okay, in one drop. One drop is very powerful, especially if you have quality. One of the things I will say, because I'm a very big stickler on quality, is the oils that you buy in the store, they are not of quality. And we know this through the science, third-party testing, outside of doTERRA specifically. It's a very small percentage of companies that are pure, and usually the ones that are pure are very, very expensive. Thankfully, doTERRA is not. There's certain oils that, yes, are expensive, obviously, because there's a lot that goes in, like, frankincense, for example. Like when you have cups of peppermint tea, okay, so you'd have to drink 10,000 cups of peppermint tea to get one drop, what one drop gives you. So when you take one drop of peppermint oil, doTERRA peppermint oil, that's equivalent to drinking 10,000 cups of peppermint tea, okay, in medicinal value. All right. So I'll preface this by saying that oils don't heal you. They will create an environment within your body so that your body can do what it needs to do, right? It's about balance, but nothing heals you. You've heard me say that a gazillion times, and I'll say it a gazillion more. But think of this as concentrated power in a drop. Okay, very, very powerful. So how can we use oils to calm stress, but also balance our hormones? I use oils with women to bring calm, to actually start to train, besides the breathing and the meditation that we do, and the movement that we do, and the foods that we're using, and the mental shifts that we do up here. I use these along with that stuff to help train our nervous system to shift into the parasympathetic, because your body is trained, for the most part, we are trained to be in fight or flight. It's just an automatic thing. Your body doesn't even know how to shift over. You have to train yourself, because it's been so long we've been living this way. Okay. And so essential oils are going to help do that, because when you actually breathe them in, those molecules are actually going up through your olfactory bulbs, and then it's going into your brain, and it's actually going into the limbic brain, which is the seat of the emotions. So we know emotions drive us, and they should not be the predictor of decisions that we make. But we're emotional beings. It's a fact. So essential oils, aromatherapy is the most powerful way to shift through the limbic brain and reset it. And when that resets, it also helps to activate the parasympathetic nervous system. So it's a very powerful way to just bring calm. Okay. So I have a few oils here. They are specific to doTERRA, because this is what I set people up on, and this is what I use myself. And adaptive is, and of course, do you think I have any of them over here? No, but that's okay. Adaptive. So adaptive is a blend that, just like it says, it helps you adapt to physical, mental, and emotional stress. It smells so good. I have a bath oil of it. I have roller. I have, a 15 mil. You can get adaptive in the soft gels, where you take them internally as well. This would be the only brand of oil that I would take internally, because I've seen the science over and over and over, and it's pure. Like there's no doubt in my mind that it's not pure. We know that. So it's not going to affect, it's not being cut synthetically and whatsoever. So, so this blend really is great for emotional stress. It's great for physical stress. It's really great for training your body to shift into the parasympathetic. Okay, so I use it in the bathtub. I use it in the diffuser, my kid's diffuser. I have the roller. Right now I've been using a lot of floral, neroli and jasmine and rose and magnolia, which I love. And I'll even blend that with adaptive. But magnolia is actually in adaptive, along with lavender. I can't remember them all at the moment, but it's so beautiful. So that came out about a couple of years ago, or a year and a half ago. Really, really good oil blend. Okay, so that's one that I would use. And this is the thing, is you don't want to just stay with the same oil all the time. This is why when I set women up, I'll set them up with a collection, because the thing is your body can get used to it. May want one oil, you use that for a period, but you got to shift it up, right? It's good to shift it up, take a break, and use something different. Okay, so then it can be powerful again when you go back to it. or just change it up. Like I don't use adaptive in my diffuser every single night. Like I change it up because I have a number of oils. Okay. But you got to start somewhere with a certain certain oils. Lavender or serenity. I use lavender a lot here for, it's a natural antihistamine. So if you're dealing with seasonal issues, that sort of thing, or, you know, when you have an allergic response, there is a shift into the parasympathetic or into the sympathetic nervous system, right? So it's not only going to help to calm, but it's also going to help to shift you into that parasympathetic nervous system. So it melts away tension and anxiety. Serenity smells beautiful because there's hints of lavender. There's marjoram in there. There's a number of oils in that blend. It's quite beautiful. My husband uses the Serenity soft gels as well. It's a little tiny gel, and he says that he sleeps much deeper using that. And when we ran out for about probably a few weeks, and he said he noticed huge changes. Sometimes when you're taking supplements, it's when you go off of them that you notice changes. I've had people on Soul-Life, few people, most notice changes, but few people where they're like, oh, I don't know too much, but I know it's good for me, so I'm going to take it. And then they go off and they're like, oh my gosh, my cravings came back. You can drink lavender as a tea. I probably wouldn't drink Serenity as a tea, but I drink lavender as a tea. It helps to calm digestion and again, your mind, and it's going to work internally. So it's really great to use these oils topically. We use them topically with a carrier oil in certain areas of our body that we need it. We can use it internally and we can use it aromatically, right? That's this. And that's also in your diffuser, okay? Every home needs a diffuser. I have a diffuser in every room. I have one right here in my office. I have it in my kitchen, in my family room, in the bedrooms, individual ones sometimes in the office, in the car. So that's lavender. So you can blend, even though lavender is inadaptive, you can blend lavender with adaptive as well if you wanted to. Clary sage. Clary sage is a great one for hormones, and we'll do another class on oils and hormones, but just know that when you're using essential oils, it's not just, we're focusing here on calming the body and calming the nervous system, but at the same time, these oils are also supporting hormones, right? Supporting digestion at the same time. So they're like, they have an affinity for many different body systems, which is amazing. Clary sage provides calm and relaxation to mind and body, right? Alleviates muscle tension and cramping while promoting relaxation. So if you have cramps, you know, PMS, I use Clary Calm. So I have my my PMS ladies, my perimenopause, and my menopausal women actually using Clary Calm, which is a roller that doTERRA blends, and it is got Vitex in it as well. It's great for hormones. Okay, so I've had women say that, you know, just even breast discomfort, anything, whatever symptom, they've noticed a huge change. Hot flashes diminishing, lower, all of this. So do we just use Clary Calm? No, I would use a Selenda and Re-Kick, for example, because then the red clover and the other plants in there and minerals, plant minerals in there are going to support, right? Because we have to take care of the physical body and we have to take care of each of the areas of the body, right? It's not just one area. As I said, great for hormone balance, supports restful sleep by calming mental chatter. I mean, how many of you can say that, you know, you feel just your mind in general is what brings on stress, right? How many of us can say that? There's many of us. You know, the other thing I want to mention as well is when we talk about, you know, just physical well-being and, you know, not even just mentioning emotional well-being. There's a great book that I have. This is definitely not an updated one. I think there's 3 more after this one, but they add all the different oils in. But like, for example, let's just go to Clary Sage. Lavender is another one that's great to put right here on your throat because it helps with communication. If you have a hard time communicating, stepping into your true power, it helps you to open up that way because it helps to heal. Oils are very, really promote healing for the body. Clary Sage is the oil of clarity and vision. Okay, so just listen to this. Clary Sage assists individuals in changing their perceptions. It gives courage to see the truth. Clary Sage dispels darkness and illusion, helping individuals to see their limiting belief systems. Clary Sage encourages individuals to remain open to new ideas and new perspectives. It can assist during a healing crisis when a drastic change of perspective is required. Clary Sage opens the soul to new possibilities and experiences. Clary Sage assists in opening creative channels and clearing creative blocks. It eliminates distractions from the mind and assists individuals in finding a state of emptiness where creative forces may be realized. Clary Sage increases ability to visualize and imagine new possibilities. That's amazing. So positive properties: spiritual clarity, intuitive, open-minded, imaginative, spiritually discerning. So that's just one that we had, that I was showing you here, that I dropped on my palm. But wild orange helps to lower perceived levels of stress, because how you see an event and how I see an event or a stressful event is very different. It's perceived, right? A lot of its stress comes from within. So if I know, because I've trained myself in how to breathe through situations and look at things differently, I'm not going to be stressed maybe like what you would. But we can bring on the oils to help us to do things differently. Okay, that's powerful. So it's uplifting, it's energizing. All citrus oils are. It eases digestive discomfort. I would also use Zengest for any kind of digestive issues. It purifies the air and stimulates body systems, especially the immune system. Okay, wild orange. So this is a really good one in water. I already said, lowers perceived levels of stress. And you want to watch with citrus oils. You know how I put it on the back of my neck? So in the summertime, like, I make my own body cream. I'm actually going to be recording a DIY for your own body cream for my YouTube channel. And I'll share it in here, of course. But you have to watch that you don't put oils on your skin that are citrus. Okay, so in the summertime, I don't put, or if I'm exposed to sunlight more so than what I am now, I won't put orange in my body cream, because you can actually burn easier. Okay, so citruses just are very photosensitive, so they actually attract the sun, and it makes you more photosensitive. So you have to just be very careful of that. So if I was in the summertime, I'm not putting this on the back of my neck. I'm just dropping and doing this, or I have it in my roller, or I'm diffusing it. I'm very careful of that. Okay. So I see I still have Gail here watching. Thanks for staying, Gail. I don't know if anyone else is joining. I just can't see it here, but I would love to know any questions that you might have. Those are the oils that I want to talk about today. I could go through so many, but I thought I would keep it simple. If you are new to essential oils and you want to learn more, let me know, and I'd be happy to share. What I like to do is share YouTube videos, very short videos, just to kind of give you a background of who doTERRA is. You know, these videos are quite eye-opening. Every time I've shared them with women, they're like, wow, I had no idea. It's really important to know who's behind the oils and to see the heart of the company. Really, really important. So it's really distracting because I'm at the front and I just see people walking by in cars, and I keep turning because I see them out of the corner of my eye. So I'm happy to share more information. The awesome thing is you can actually use these oils and you know, get them wholesale, pay 25% less than what you would pay retail. You'd be paying the same price as what I'm paying. So, and you can start however you like to start, and you can order whenever you like to order. But they are definitely powerful tools to have in your toolkit. So that is one way you are going to be able to calm yourself, okay? When you start using these powerful tools in your toolbox, okay, is just to calm your body. And it's amazing the shifts that you can see when you start bathing with them. You're welcome, Gail. When you start bathing with them, it's amazing how I've had clients where they're dealing with certain things in their body, and using the oils have actually improved things dramatically. When they stopped doing those healing baths, as I call them, they noticed a huge difference, right? They didn't realize it was so big until they stopped. So, it's really important to understand the tools that we have out there to help us. And as I want to close with this by saying, and you might have heard me say this before, I say this on podcasts a lot, is when you have your health, you have 1,000 dreams. When you don't, you only have one. When you don't have your health, we tend to take for granted how good we feel. And to be honest, a lot of women don't realize how really good they can feel until they feel that good. And they're like, wow, I thought I felt good. But we just get to this place where we're just kind of like, this is what we've always done, right? This is how we've always felt. And I don't have an illness, but you were not feeling amazing. Like when you get up in the morning, do you jump out of bed? Do you jump out of bed and you feel energized? You know, like kids do when they get out of bed. Do you feel that way? Most women, I don't think I've met one woman that tells me that she doesn't, but you can. I have women in their 50s and 60s that tell me that they do. So it's just starting with where you're at and knowing that things can change in your body. You're never too old. You're never too late. You just got to start somewhere and start now, right? So I hope that was helpful, and tag anyone that's in the group, or if you want to share, please share. Invite people to the group. Next Wednesday at 6:30 will be our webinar. I will be coming on at 11 o'clock as well, but our webinar specifically is at 6:30 because I thought I could target more people in the States and in the West End of Canada if it's later, and I just thought I would try that. So that's it. So I'll be posting that link. You guys will definitely see it because it will go up a lot. All right. So have an amazing day, and questions, just comment below. Those of you ladies that are using the oils, let me know. How are they working for you? How have they changed things for you? How do you feel now? Just let us know, because these are the things that inspire others and encourage others. And that's what this is all about. All right. So have an amazing day.